And I think processing and P5JS are such incredible tools. If whether it's a gateway to learn how to code or building the tools that maybe we need to see in our community or in our movements. Are there applications for language and culture revitalization within Indian country? Is it a space for building communication tools or whatever it is for the movements that we're a part of?
I'm just excited about finding these mutual, radical, liberatory projects that are about access, but also like there's this friction too with how we understand access because we also want to create community protection. I was so excited to work with Bobby Joe because we do have these unique entry points to how we're thinking about trying to engage with this concept of access as like something that is about generating a culture of care and abundance and creating like interdependent coalitions.
The big part that's come from Nat and I kind of engaging with the Processing Foundation and talking about access is that understanding that access is revolutionary. It's not just about compliance. It's not just about, okay, what are the UX, UI trends of today or best practices of today? We put those in and we're done. So I would say even within processing in P5JS, these conversations have been going on well before even Nat and I have gotten there. But we saw a commitment by processing in P5JS in particular in saying that we're not going to build any new libraries in P5JS. We're going to focus on access and making what we already have here more accessible to people.
What we have been trying to do with our project in the Processing Foundation Fellowship is conducting some like foundational internal work in support of access, publishing a new iteration of the P5 access statement that was edited in collaboration with many community members at the Open Source Arts Contributors Conference in the spring. That will link to, we've been working on this expanded access syllabus, which is building off of work a lot of other access workers have done, including our mentor, Kemi, and also just trying to collect all the previous projects that have happened around access and processing specifically.
Once that is able to be there and have that sort of backing, we think the conversations can be really deep. I mean, people might be coming with their own experiences, which is really helpful. And sometimes having some theory behind it and understanding the history behind those conversations can only deepen those things. I think Nat and I also just sort of acknowledge, this project is bigger than the fellowship, but we needed this foundational time to even get it underway.